Hi everybody, it's Tracy from Downward Dog Rising, and I'm going to give an example of how Pilates and yoga work really well together, and they're very complementary. So I'm going to give you a little shoulder girdle stability work, and then I'm going to show you how our upward downward dog and chaturanga dandasana, they carry over and they influenced Pilates in such a way. When we do our Pilates flow, we take our workout to the reformer because it's spring loaded and the springs are variable resistance. And then we use that variable resistance by activating our core, and then we radiate our energy from our center outward. And it's a really great way to stabilize your shoulder girdle, your pelvic girdle, give your spine support, and it strengthens your core, and it's a great additive, and it would really be beneficial for your yoga classes as well. All right, so I'm gonna just give you a quick little warm up, and then I'll give you a Pilates exercise, which is actually called Upstretch. So, and it combines all those components that we use in yoga for our upward dog, downward dog, and our chaturanga dandasana. So you don't have to have a Pilates reformer to join me. I'm gonna stick this on a single red spring, and then I'm gonna sit in my not my mountain pose. I'm gonna sit in my sukhasana, which ankles are crossed. And then basically, we're gonna place palms up. Let me make sure my straps are equal. Palms up in the small loops. And then I'm gonna give you an exercise in Pilates known as offering. So we sit tall, we rise up out of our sits bones, our shoulder blades float down sides to back, chest is open. Breathe in, and then you exhale as you bring your elbows in. There's different ways that we can do our offering. You can go straight out, open, in, elbows come back. Let's do 4 more. And lengthen and exhale, reach sideways. Inhale, come back, and 3. Control, pull those blades down your back. 2 more, up, open, in, and back. 1 more. Now we're gonna go into a little offering where we just open, bring the elbows to the ribs. Inhale, exhale, elbows to the ribs. 3, and 2, 1 more. We want to get those obliques, those side slings wrapping around. Exhale, openness across shoulders, chest. Exhale, 2 more. Breathing in and breathing out. Last one, breathing in, breathing out. All right, this next exercise that I want you to do, we're gonna take it up a notch. I'm actually gonna go down to a blue spring. I'm gonna lower this, take you to a blue, lighter spring. And then it's gonna take a little bit more core control and strength and balance, because we're actually gonna kneel. And we wanna have our feet pressed against our shoulder rests. We're gonna do palms up, grip to sky. And I suggest getting set up low so balance isn't a factor. And then once you're set up, always think of the front of the hips staying straight from the hip all the way down the front of the quad to the knee. That way you never lose your balance and do nosedive into the springs. So it's about your balance, you're shifting your weight, your core is strong. And I just want you to do a straight reach to shoulder height and then come back in. Your abdominals tighten into back. You reach to shoulder height, come back. Anchor those shoulder blades down your back. We'll do 7 more, blades to back pockets. Notice how front hips are open, meaning lengthening. Always avoid bending from the waist so you don't do nose dives into your equipment. That's a big plus, right? You want to use same rate of speed in each direction. Changing your speed quickly and doing fast in one direction or slower in the other could also make you lose your balance. And last one. All right, just wanted to show you that. And then I'm gonna give you one more. Your elbows pull slightly back. Actually, let's do a red spring. We're gonna go a little heavier for this one. A little bit heavier. Elbows pull back, collarbones wide in front. Use your core, keep lengthening to top of head. It's like the front of the hips lengthen. And 8. Control, blades down, back and 7. And 6. And 5. Reach. And 4. Abdominals drawing in. 3 more. And 2. Good, last one. All right, I wanted to do some things to really get you into your shoulder girdle, so that's why I started with this stuff. Okay, we're gonna add a blue spring to our red spring. So we have a spring and a half. And then basically we're gonna take our foot bar to the high bar. And then when I have you do upstretch, I'm gonna break it down. And later, I'm gonna break down your upward and downward dog. So you're gonna have your hands on the foot bar, your toes curl under. You don't wanna just be on tippy toes, that'll hurt. You wanna have enough flexibility in the lower leg. And then in yoga, we stretch our toes or balls of our feet by just sitting like that. It's a nice, easy stretch. Let's do our yoga stretch for our feet. To get into that muscle fascia, just stay there for a second. Get the feet to stretch. All right, so we're gonna place our feet against the shoulder blocks. Keep the neck long, we have space, shoulders down, neck is long. Blades float down sides of back, your abdominals connect front to back body. So then you float up your legs. Now we're gonna do a plank. Long stretch would be if I bring my 2 feet into the headrest. And I'm not doing that right now because I'm gonna go right into upstretch. So just feel how your blades anchor down back and the energy goes up and down through the spine. My abdominals lift into the spine. Good, and 4. So the spine is long. Notice how shoulders avoid creeping, they stay down. 3, my core is pulling in. And 2. Radiating energy from center outward. And last one. Exhale, inhale. Now take a moment. I'm gonna have you do a elephant where your heels would push against your shoulder blocks. Your toes would lift up. We create length between our ribs and our hips. And then I want you to actually engage back here, your hamstring. I want you to pull your abdominals really deeply into your spine. Your hands are a kickstand for balance. Your weight's distributed backwards through hips and heels. And I want you to take a really deep inhale, see if you can lift your toes. And then I want you to use those hip flexors, deep abdominals. So you're gonna press out, feel those hamstrings, pull in, feel those hip flexors, feel your core, your obliques are engaged. Exhale. So you're pulling those abdominals really up into that low back. Inhale, exhale. Look at the knees. All the air out. Inhale. Exhale, really deep. Sides and neck long. And 4. Ribs extend. Exhale, 3. Squeeze the air out of your lungs. 2 more. Inhale, exhale. Okay, so that's your elephant. I wanted you to do that. Feel the core, feel the blades, anchor down your back. That way you're really in your shoulder girdle and you're not using the superficial muscles, allowing your shoulders to creep up, allowing the head of the humerus, the arm bone to come up out of the shoulder socket. We don't want to have any of that because we want to be true to our structure, our form, to be the most efficient in movement. All right, so next, for your up stretch, we're gonna lift those heels up. So balls of feet are on your carriage mat. And then I'm gonna call this a pike. And then I'm gonna call this a plank. So you exhale, scoop core deeply into back. Inhale, you're gonna lengthen your spine apart. Exhale, lift, inhale. And then let's do 3 more. Exhale, use your core. Stretch apart, long line. Exhale. Spine is long. Exhale, feel energy opposing directions. So now you're gonna pull your hands over the bar. Here's your upward facing dog. And then you would lift up. Here's how you would go into that downward facing dog. So we're going out, we're gliding over the bar. Chest is open, breathing in, chin to breastbone. I'll incorporate some more spinal articulation as I'm warming up, going through it. Chest through the arms, scoop in, nod the chin. Start to peel through the sections of the spine. Elongate, pull your breastbone. This would be like your upward facing dog. Chin down. Inhale, flow. Keep using your core. Elongate. Breathing in, chest is open. Exhale, flow it out. Use your core. 3 more. Breathing in over that bar. Chin down. Transfer your weight. Exhale. Inhale. Each breath has a specific function. Exhale. Energy flow. Use your core. Breathing in. Last one. Exhale. And then we're going to come all the way in. I'm going to have you just do a little knee massage to release the low back. So in yoga, we would probably go back into our balasana, our rest pose. Our feet could come together different ways. Today I would have you take your arms behind your back, rest your forehead on the mat. Maybe just allow your hands to hit the shoulder rest. Chest is open. Inhale, exhale. So in yoga, we do our balasana, our rest pose. We pull our spine in oppositional direction. Sits bones reach behind us, breastbone pulls forward through. And then in Pilates, here's our version of releasing our back, using our core. Can let that tailbone drop down like we would when we're doing our cat. Our oblique slings wrap to the center. And then our hands push off the bar. Exhale, pull in. Exhale. Stabilize. Use your core. And 5, and 4, and 3, and 2. Gently come on in. And then just stretch those arms forward, armpits to palms, another little balasana. Feel a stretch across upper mid-back. And slowly you're gonna walk your hands in. And there you have it, some influences of how the centuries-old practice of yoga came into the modern world, and how Joseph Pilates, he used his study of movement, and he brought in influence from yoga, from martial arts, from the animal forms, from the animal world, just in his observations. But a lot of the information that he gathered, you can see how similar the components are with yoga and Pilates. We just use it a little differently. All right, thank you for joining me. It was fun. I'll be back, and I'm gonna bring us some yoga. Next time I come back, we'll do yoga. Thank you very much. Peace, everyone. Take care. Bye.